Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all my Forex fiends. Today we are going to talk about, you guessed it, timing the Forex market. So I got a recommendation from somebody in the YouTube comments from my montage, from my December montage that I put together, and they wanted to know what I meant when I said the timing isn't right. Okay, so you see that a lot when I'm posting my charts in the Discord and on Twitter. There's something about the timing in the market that you want to see something form. Okay, if you see it form and an off period, then it's just not right and you don't feel comfortable entering. We're going to go over why I say that and what makes me say that in this slideshow. Now this video is going to be a fucking heater. Alright, so this is going to come with internalizing price action. So with practice and with consistency, eventually you're going to realize that timing the marketplace is just as important as your setups. Okay, so what time the setup actually forms is incredibly important to becoming a profitable trader. All right, so let's hop into this shit. I put together quite a few slides here. I think it's like 8 or 9. All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about is sessions. I've talked about this many times before, but we're just going to kind of reiterate it. So we're wanting to frame our setups during times of high volatility. All right, entering a setup during an irrelevant time of day often leads to chopped up positions, and you're going to want to look for your setup parameters during the London or New York sessions for high probability setups. Okay, so if we're able to trade during, let's say, the New York session like I do, so I wake up early in the morning to catch the New York session, so about 6 to 11 a.m. or 7 to 11 a.m. is when I'm usually in front of the charts, and a lot of times it's 7 to 9 because I have to go to work, but this is when I'm hunting my positions, right? So this is when I know the market's going to be volatile and when I want to see my raids and shit happen. I want to see my order block retest, my breaker retest. I want to see it happen during this time of day, all right? And the London, which is in the middle of the night for me, so it's about 3 a.m. to it actually ends at like 8 or 9 a.m. That's when a lot of the volatility is going to happen for like fiber, GBP, all those foreign majors, right? So let's just take a look at a couple examples. First of all, these are the sessions. So we got the Sydney, the Tokyo, the London, and the New York sessions, and you can actually see this is volume, right? So this is trade activity. So during the start of the New York session, okay, is when it's most volatile. And obviously there's a lot of volatility in London as well, but this is when America wakes up, right? This is when a lot of the money flows into the market. And as you can see here, the volatility is low. So why the fuck, I'm talking to myself when I say this because I do this sometimes and it fucks me over. But why are we entering setups when there's no volatility, right? When price can't move, why in the hell would you want to enter a setup? So that's what I say when I see like a raid or something happen during these time sessions. That's when I go, oh, the timing's off, right? I want to see it happen during these time sessions, okay? So let's actually take a couple looks. Blah, blah, blah. Jesus, I can't fucking talk. So this is the manipulation during New York session, right? So this would be an example of good timing. So we have a high here, manipulates during the New York session, expands during the New York close, okay? And it didn't expand much, but it expanded, right? So then we have a little retracement during the Asian session, and then the following London session. So the next London session, we see a nice big retest of this SR level right here. So it retraced, so this is good, right? We're seeing a retracement during the London session, and we expand once more in the New York session, okay? So we're wanting to enter our positions during the London or the New York session. Take a look at another one, manipulation during New York session, right? We have a little expansion as well, a little consolidation during the Asian session. This isn't really when we want to be entering. Sorry, I have so much caffeine in me, it's fucking ridiculous. But this is our retracement during the London session, okay? So this would be a good entry. And then we have huge expansion during the New York session, right? So this is what we're going to be kind of looking for. So another thing that I love talking about is my news events, all right? So News events during relevant sessions provide volatile market environments. Look for multiple high-impact news events during relevant sessions for incredibly expansive environments. And be careful. Use a stop loss. The market is unforgiving during these sessions, especially with news events, right? This is when your huge fucking 80 pip moves, 60 pip moves happen in one session. This is usually when there's stacked news events, right? So I like to look for that, and you have to be fucking careful, all right? Otherwise, if you're not using a stop loss and you're trading with news, that's just a recipe for disaster, right? Because of how volatile the market's going to be. So let's actually take a look. So here we have stacked CAD news events. This is what I like to see. Nice. This is actually, BOC is actually one of my favorite times to trade UCAD. So we're going to want to match high impact news events with trade parameters for high probability setups. Understand that news events will inject volatility into the marketplace. Timing these injections will add odds into your favor. So here's a good example, right? Now, it's kind of hard for me to put the time, but just take my word on it. You can go look at the chart yourself if you like. Here's the dates at the bottom. But so we have manipulation during New York session, right? So this is good. This is good manipulation. We can enter a position based off that. So we have retracement during the Asian session, so our chop. So we don't really want to be entering during the chop. It's just risky, right? Like setups can look alright during the Asian session, but we really want to be entering during the London or New York session. Okay, and then we have expansion during the following New York session after manipulation the previous day. Alright, and now I'm going to show you something. This was the date for that massive CAD expansion if we go back. So it was the 4th, I believe. Yep, September 4th. So here, look at this expansion, alright? And then if we look at the news events on September 4th during the New York session, so as I said, 7:15 a.m., 8 a.m. in that area is the New York session. So we have all these news events, right? They're stacked. So we can expect massive volatility and massive expansion, right? So that's pretty much the gist of it. So when I see manipulation during like an Asian session, I get iffy and I go, the timing is not right. So that's just what I mean when I say that. That's pretty much really all I had to get across this video. Just kind of explain my thought process behind my wording and my charts. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope that helps. If it did, please be sure to leave a like, a sub, all that good jazz. Comment if you have any questions. Okay, I need more video ideas because I'm uploading 2 times a week now, Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm gonna need more content. All right, so leave a comment if you have any questions or anything else you want me to go over that I use in my trading. I'm not really trying to go over shit that I don't personally use, but yeah, thanks guys. I'll see you later.